Hey guys, just wanted to do a really quick update on my simming process. I've made it through 2 years. We had the first expansion at the end of the first year. Kansas City, uh, Houston, I believe, joined in. The Angels changed their name to California. I don't remember who the other teams. Montreal, I think, came in, and maybe Milwaukee. I don't remember. Um, anyway, oh, you know what? I can go back here. Yep, there. January 1st. Darn it. Can't go back any farther. Um, and they don't have the standings. Shoot. Oh well. So anyway, we did bring in the new teams. You can see Kansas City, I know, was one of the new ones, 117 losses. Houston was one of the two teams. They did not finish last, so that's surprising. San Diego might have been the other one, and Texas. I want to say they were all in the West divisions when the split came. Because when I looked at last year's, we had all the records up here, and then each league had two new teams, and they showed 0-0 records. So what I did initially, we talked about it in the first video. I went back and I re-released all of the players back to free agency because we only ended up with enough players for the 40-man roster, basically. Uh, the way the game did it. So I had to create uh, to fill rosters, release to free agency, fill rosters, release, and I did that 3 times. So basically, we had roughly 1,400 players that I generated, and then all in the free agency pool. And then we had an 80 round draft, which that is what that many players came out to be, an 80 round draft. And that way they were able to fill their minor leagues and everything else. We've had the expansion draft here. So anyway, just wanted to kind of show you what was transpiring. The expansion has occurred here, so you can see some of the teams that are struggling. But we're going to go ahead and sim another year. Minnesota won the title this year over the Braves. No reason to watch all this sim. Again, I just kind of wanted to give a really quick update on this. And well, you know what? I'll keep the video going if anybody just wants to tune in. If you don't want to watch the results here for the next year or two, because they are going pretty quick, you can go ahead and turn off the video now. If you do want to just kind of see how things transpire, I'll keep the video running. It won't be a long video. We'll do certainly no more than the 25 minutes that I normally try to keep it to, but we'll try to do a couple of seasons here maybe, just to kind of get a feel for it, and that way you guys can kind of track what's happening if you want. So it looks like Kansas City's struggling again, although well, again, Kansas City and Texas, so Oakland's actually fallen off. The Dodgers have fallen off behind Houston and San Diego. Montreal's moved up a little bit, not a ton. They're still under 500. And the Brewers have gotten ahead of the Red Sox. So, again, I think the new teams were Kansas City and Texas and Houston and San Diego. I should have written that down, but I didn't think to. So, my apologies. And again, I would expect those teams to struggle for several years as they develop their depth, because they certainly did not have full minor leagues at the time. Um, in fact, let me get out of here real quick. Let me pop into Kansas City. Oh, I'm on their page already. All right, so we can look. So see, they've only got 4 players in their AAA system. I wonder why they have not. I wonder why they're not demoting these guys. Oh, because they don't even have an. Okay, that's right. So they don't even have enough to fill out. So what I need to do then is let me fill that team with fictional players. Or I can jump in. I wish I was better understanding at how to do all this stuff. Alright, if I fill teams with fictional players, but is that just the teams or the minor leagues? Alright, let's go back to Kansas. So that hasn't changed anything. And they're already up to the limit. So evidently it's just going to be a long process for them. I wonder, players, free agents. I mean, they've got a lot of free agents, right? So you wonder why they are not. You're wondering why they're not signing free agents here. I'm going to run Computer Manager on all my teams. Alright, we'll just keep playing there. Oh, and you know what? Before we get too far, let's go back to Baltimore. Now see, they're down here as well. Alright, so I'm not understanding why they are not front office transactions. Alright, let's come back to July, August, September, October. See, they're letting all these guys become free agents. I mean, that guy hit 317. Why would you let him become a free agent? I mean, he was a starter. It didn't even re-sign him. So who's their second baseman now, I wonder? 31-year-old guy. Okay. So I don't know. I'm not sure what the rationale is, but that's what it is. I think what I'll do is when this season's done, I'm going to hop over onto the OOTP forums and I'll try to pose some of these questions because I don't know what they are. All right, so Atlanta and the Sox. Atlanta's back in, and Pittsburgh was back in, and Atlanta wins it. Again, it's all fictional players, so you won't recognize any names up there. They're all fictional. All right, let's go real quick and just look at the off-season center. All right, so I mean you've got some young players hitting hitting free agency, waiver wire. You know, I want to come back to Baltimore and let's just look at October, November. All right, so again, a lot of free agents. Arbitration, automatic renewal. December. All right, so they are signing free agents. There are teams spending money, and that's going to be at their whim. I mean, you know, they're all set to AI control. Um, we have not had the draft yet, I don't think. Maybe they have. Oh well. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video. I just kind of wanted you guys to see what was transpiring. I do have a few questions. As I said, I'm going to pop over to the OOTP forums and ask a few things and see if we can't get that addressed to at least understand what I'm doing here before I take over a team. And I still have several seasons to go. So, all right, well, we'll be back. Like I said, probably the next video that you see in this playlist for this Let's Play will actually be a kind of a wrap up after I've decided, you know, whether 5 or 10 seasons. I'm through 3 right now. So, you know, they're going pretty quickly. And then at that point, we'll kind of take a look at what teams are struggling, and we can decide maybe at that point what team I'm going to take over. So thanks for checking us out. Again, any thoughts or ideas, pop them down in the comments. I'll be appreciative, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.